We are here again for an amazing, challenging exponential math question. This is actually not challenging, but it is tricky because of these exponents. So to make it solvable and easily accessible, we are going to first of all tackle the roots. And these roots, we can, the powers, the exponents, sorry. So these powers or the exponents, let's first of all simplify them. So we start from root 27. So to simplify that, I'll draw a line. I believe you're going to learn this. It's a new one. You're going to learn it. Okay. So 3 can divide this to give us 3. 3 will go into this to give us 3. This will give us 9 rather. And 3 will go into this to give us 3. 3 will go into this to give us 1. So this simply means that we can write root 27 as, so 3 times 3 is 9, right? We are picking in pairs because this is square root. If it's cube root, we pick in threes. Okay, so we are picking the same numbers in pairs because this is square root. So this is same thing as 9 times 3. So we can write this as square root of 9 times 3. So this can be written as square root of 9 multiplied by square root of 3. So this is 3 root 3. All right. So we are going to write it somewhere that root 27 is equal to 3 root 3. Okay. Now let's simplify root 75. If this is the first time you're seeing this lovely channel, what is preventing you from hitting that subscription button? Because I believe you are gaining a lot of values. That is why you are still here up till this moment. So please don't forget, hit that subscription button now. Turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. All right, give us a thumbs up if you love what we are doing, and comment. I'm always there in the comment section to read your complaint, your suggestions, anything. I'm there in the comments. Okay, thank you so much. So we're going to simplify root 75 as well using the same way. So 3 will go into this to give us 25. 5 will go into this to give us 5, and 5 will go again to give us 1. Okay, now we pick in pairs, so we have this and this that will give us 25, meaning that we can write square root of 75 to be equal to square root of 25 times this 3. So we can write this as square root of 25 multiplied by square root of 3. So we have 5 root 3. So we can write it here. Square root of 75 is 5 root 3. Now the last but not the least, root 48. So we use the same method. Root 48. We draw our 48. 2 we go into this to give us 24. 2 we go into this to give us 12. 2 we go into this to give us 6. 3 into this, okay, let's still use 2 again. 2 into this is 3, and 3 into this is 1. So we pick in pairs. 2 and 2 is 4, 2 and 2 is 4. And because we have two identical numbers again, we can bring them together. 4 times 4 is 16. So we now have 16 and 3. So we have 48 as square root of 16 times 3. So root 48 then is equal to root 16, which is 4, root 3, right? So we write it here. Root 48 is equal to 4 root 3. Now let's go into simplifying this proper. So the first thing we are going to do is we are actually going to replace the whole of this with the simplified version. So we write excuse me, 2 to the power of 3 root 3 multiplied by 8 to the power of 5 root 3 divided by 4 to the power of 4 root 3 everything raised to the power of root 3 divided by 5. Now, moving forward, we have, since we can see 2 here, and we can actually express 8 in base 2 and 4 in base 2 as well. That is what we're going to do. Now, 8 is sent in as 2 to the power of 3, and 4 is sent in as 2 to the power of 2. So we can now write this as 2 to the power of 3 root 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3, which is for 8. Raised to the power. Someone has actually told me in the comments to stop cleaning with my hands. I'll try. It's a habit. I'll try to forget to stop. Okay. So we have 5 root 3 divided by my truth. 4 is 2 to the power of 2. And we have 4 root 3. Now, everything raised to the power of root 3 over 5. So let's come to this side. All right, now let us recall that a to the power of m raised to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m multiplied by n. Therefore, we can write this as 2 to the power of 3 root 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3 multiplied by 5 root 3 divided by 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by 4 root 3. Everything to the power of root 3 over 5. So we have 2 to the power of 3 root 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of 3 times 5 is 15 divided by 2 to the power of 2 times 4 is 8. Everything raised to the power of root 3 over 5. So this will be equal to, now let's recall that a to the power of m multiplied by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. Excuse me. So now we can write this as 2 to the power of 3 root 3 plus 15 root 3. Since they share the same base, divided by 2 to the power of 8 root 3. Everything raised to the power of root 3 over 5. We are almost there. Okay? Yeah, we are almost there. Now, moving forward, we have, once I used to say moving forward a lot. That will show you that I read your comments. I read your comments. So 3 root 3 plus 15 root 3. So these are similar sorts. As a result of that, you can add them. So 3 root 3 plus 15 root 3 will give us 18 root 3. Divided by 2 to the power of 8 root 3. Everything raised to the power of root 3 over 5. The answer is coming together gradually. Now, recall again that a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m minus n. A to the power of m minus n. So that simply means that we can write this as 2, since they share the same base. Okay, since they have the same base. So we have 2 to the power of 18 root 3 minus 8 root 3. Everything raised to the power of root 3 over 5. Hope you have given us a thumbs up, because if you enjoyed this to this moment, it simply means you love what you are doing. So hit that thumbs up. All right. Thank you. So looking at this, we have 2 to the power of 18 root 3 minus 8 root 3. They are similar sorts. So as well, you can subtract them from each other. So 18 root 3 minus 8 root 3 is 10 root 3 raised to the power of root 3 over 5. Now, recall that a to the power of m raised to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m times n. So, we can then write this as 2 n root 3 multiplied by root 3 over 5, which we can write as 2 to the power of 10 root 3 times root 3 divided by 5. So we can write this as 2 to the power of 10 root 3 times root 3 is 3. So it now becomes 10 multiplied by 3 divided by 5. So we have 2 to the power of 5 into 10 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. So this is 2 to the power of 6, which is 64. And that is our answer. You can see how this big thing actually slowed down or got compressed to 64. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to tune in always at your convenience. There must be something new for you to watch. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.